Hello there. This is a 5500 or 5.5 watt laser and its control board. The instructions that come with the 3018 is not very explicit on how to do it. So I'm going to fit the laser into the 318 for you and show you what to do exactly. Whatever you do, don't drop these, okay? You mistreat these and that's it, end of story. So the first thing you need to do is obviously take the electric motor out, but it's not quite as simple as that. What you need to do is, now this is totally disconnected, no power to it at all, no connection to anything, is take the electrical connectors off. Now you can either pull the little plug out of the back of the board, but that can be difficult. Alright, so the easiest way to deal with this is to get some electrical tape and just seal these up together. So what you do is make sure this one is sealed first, then put this one alongside it and wrap the tape around that one. Now what you're doing, you're ensuring that these two wires or the two spade connectors don't touch together when this is powered up, or indeed it doesn't touch the frame or any metal part, because it's immediately going to fry your circuit board or your Arduino. So what I'm suggesting to you is you seal it like this and then zip tie it back along here, just to make it safe, okay? So it's electrically isolated now. So to get this motor out, fairly simple process. You just get I think I got the right size Allen key here. Yes. Undo this and get a screwdriver. It's necessary with my particular model to get a screwdriver in here and just ease it open and then pop the motor out like that. Put him down safely. Now then, can you see inside? I'll zoom in a bit. Okay, inside here you'll see 4 little corner marks. Now they line up with the corners of your laser. So we'll just leave this there a moment. We'll come to that in a moment. So you just get the laser here. Where did I put that screwdriver? And same process. Slot him in. Now, no need to go all the way through. We can actually adjust that later. Maybe pop it out about half an inch through there. And I am just going to nip this very slightly. You don't have to over tighten this, just slightly like that. So it just holds it firm. Now then, this is made of aluminium. It's heatsink. There are 2 screw holes. They don't supply any form of they don't supply the screws with it at all. Now I don't want to go drilling holes, like, to mount this, because I'm not sure exactly where I'm going to put it yet. So what I'm going to do is just put it over the back here. Okay, and I'm just going to put a couple of zip ties on here just to hold it there. And I'm going to bring this cable up in and just zip tie it here. Okay, now it comes to the wiring into the circuit board. They supply this nice piece of wire. Now it's pretty self-explanatory. There's two little lugs here. Line up with the two little lugs there. You just pop that in there like that. And then this one goes into this red one here. Like that. For the moment I could zip tie that. I'm not actually going to leave all the wire in like this. I just want to get everything right, get all the mods done first. Then we shall put some Spiroflex on this and make it really tidy. I've just loaded into my computer the 2-axis laser Gerbil program, and we've indicated up here that we're on COM 3. Make sure that we are. Okay, so I've just connected the USB cable and it recognizes it's on COM 3. So, and make sure that 115200 is in here. That is the, as I understand it, the Arduino board. And this symbol here is like a lightning strike. That should be lit up. Alright, that's disconnected, that's connected. And this must appear in this box. Okay? And the next thing to do then is to press, there's a little button on the Arduino board which is a reset. Now I think that switches over the internal circuits from the CNC little rotor spindle to the laser. And that little button is this black one here. Okay, so once your computer recognizes it's got something on COM 3, press enter and this line will come up here in the G-code or Gerbil control lines. Now the next thing to do to actually switch it on, or switch them on together, is press this, connect. Okay? They'll suddenly then these light up. Okay? This is the directional, the X and Y. There is no Z. Okay? You have to manually focus, which is what we're going to do next. Now it is most important, alright, to wear these. Now thankfully they fit over top of your existing glasses. Fairly comfortable. It's very much like welding glasses actually, you know, oxyacetylene welding, because we are going to turn the laser on. But first of all we'll turn the circuit board on. Now I'll put the second camera here somewhere, so I'll show you how to turn that on. So there's a little switch here. And I'll turn this around. Okay, now that whirring that you can hear actually is the little fan on top of the laser and the little fan on the laser circuit board, and also the fan going on the Arduino board. So it's well cooled, I think. This is very odd wearing these, it makes you totally colorblind. Okay, so now we're going to switch the laser on. Now this is where you have to write a little bit of G-code, just for testing purposes. So what you do, you come into here, highlight, and what you write now in capital letters, okay? Just write M3 space S. Now the S stands for the power output of the laser. Okay, so the laser's power output is numbered from 0 to 1000. So we're going to give it a little bit of power, not to do any damage or do any burning, just to light it up so we can focus the laser. So we're going to say it's 50. Okay, now as soon as you hit enter, that laser is going to light up. So here we go, 3, 2, 1 and enter. And there it is. Now that is the reason, I don't know how the camera's picking that up, but I'm going to switch this camera off now. I can tell you now that that is extremely bright. If I take the glasses off, that's extremely bright to my eyes. The camera seems to be holding its own alright. I'm going to zoom in a bit. Okay, so now I'm going to try and focus this without getting my hands in the way. It's way out of focus. So what we're after here is getting it the smallest dot possible. I think that's... I think that's the smallest dot possible. It's extremely bright. If you take the glasses off, you can't actually see how small that spot is. I can only see it with the glasses on. If I take the glasses off for a second or two, that dot is about, or just over, if you want to give it a measurement, it'd probably be about 3 to 4 millimeters across, but we put the glasses on, it's a millimeter or less. Okay, so we have focused the laser, and this is a blue laser, as I'm sure you can see. Okay, so that's focusing the laser, so we can shut the laser off now, and I'm going to show you what code to put in to do that. Okay, very strange wearing these, because this is a different type of laser. My CO2 laser, it's invisible, you can't see it until it hits the material. Okay, so what you put in here to turn the laser off, okay, is M3, which is, hey, laser, I'm going to do something. M3 space S, which is power setting. So you're saying laser, I'm going to give you a power setting command, 0, enter, and it switches off. Okay, so let's give this laser something to do. Let's see what it will do. I've got a couple of examples here. We're going to start off with something fairly simple. Now we're going to go into File, Open File. Oh, that one there, T1. Okay. So these are controls that you control. You can control the brightness, contrast, of the image, and it's a crisp black and white, pure black and white image, which is what we want. Here we can actually alter the quality. So we've got it set on 3.00 lines. I don't know whether that's 3 lines per millimeter. Well, we'll have a look. Could we preview the lines here? Yeah, it looks like it's 3 scan lines per millimeter. So we'll take that off. 5 doesn't make any difference really. We'll put it at 3. We'll see what happens, because it's the first time I've used this. First time I've used this type of laser. I'm very familiar with my 100 watt CO2 laser, but this, well, we'll see what happens. It's a black and white image already, and we're going to press up. These are just controls to move the picture around a bit, or copy it, or cut it, or turn it. We don't want to do any of that, so we're going to say next. Okay, now these are the settings. Engraving speed 1000 millimeters per minute. Well, we'll leave it at that. I'm going to leave it at that setting. This is just saying laser on M3, laser off M5. That's an M code that you can use. Okay, so this is the power output 0 to S is power output, so it's minimum 0, maximum 255, which is the maximum output of the laser. So it's going to be, if you can imagine a scan line coming through here, it's going to be switched off, 100% on, 100% off, 100% on, 100% off. I want to see what it'll do. I'm going to size this in a moment and make it quite small. So I want to see what this little laser will actually do. 300 dots per inch. We'll leave it at that. You'll notice here too that you do have the opportunity to dither the picture. I didn't. I've left it as a straight JPEG picture. Size 40 millimeter wide and 39 millimeter high. So it's about an inch and a half by inch and a quarter, something like that. I'm going to leave that. I'm going to say create the file. Oh, and there's the file. So I don't know what the gaps in between here represent, but we're going to find out. So I'm going to switch the laser on now, and see what happens, I suppose. Status idle. it's not too bad. First attempt with the program, admittedly, you know, I've got quite a bit experience with the laser, but you know, I mean, this is new to me too. I think, you know, with the right type of picture, I mean, this is just something that I just grabbed off the internet, you know. I mean, if I did it a photograph, I think it can reproduce a photograph on wood possibly as good as the 100 watt CO2 laser I have. Surprising, you know. It's albeit it did this very, very slowly. That took 15 minutes. Now, I don't know whether up in the speed rate or that sort of thing can improve that situation. It possibly can. I just went with what, you know, the settings were in the program there. But hey, you know, it turned out all right. I mean, it's on pine. It's for the money. It's really good. Well, I'm gonna play around with this for a bit and see what sort of complex pictures it can do. You know, what it can actually do. You know, that's going to take me some time to do that, but I'm pleasantly surprised just by, you know, switching it, plugging it in, and just getting a random picture and putting it straight in, and it was very, very easy to use. But there again, you know, I do have a lot of experience with, you know, bigger lasers. You know, having got one myself, and I've used them over the years, but that's not bad. Not bad at all. We'll call this video to an end now. I'm going to do some investigation into the Goebel laser program and see what we can really do with it. And I'll do a few videos with this of how to dither. Dither is to make a picture into like newsprint, and it, you know, the laser performs better with that. Yeah, we'll see what we can do. So I hope you've liked this first video for the little laser for the 3018. And I think we're going to have some fun with this. So please press like, subscribe, and I hope to see you again on the next video, which will be in a day or so's time. So thank you for joining me, and it's bye for now.